Most people get this wrong, and it could be costing them their financial safety, without them even realizing it. You might think all mobile wallets are basically the same, but Apple Pay and Samsung Pay actually work in very different ways when it comes to protecting your money. And here's the truth no one tells you. The difference between them is not just about convenience. It is about how your card data is protected every single time you tap your phone. In the next few minutes, you are going to clearly understand how Apple Pay and Samsung Pay actually work, which one is safer in real-world use, and which one you should trust with your daily payments. We are going to break everything down in simple language, step by step, so even if you have never used a digital wallet before, you will know exactly what is going on behind the scenes. And here's where it gets interesting. One of these systems is designed to never share your real card number at all. The other uses a clever compatibility trick that sounds safe, but works differently in practice. Let's break it down. Before we compare safety, you need to understand how both systems actually work. Apple Pay and Samsung Pay are both mobile payment systems that let you pay using your phone instead of a physical card. You add your debit or credit card to your phone, and then you can tap to pay in stores, online, or in apps. But the way they handle your card details is very different. Let's start with Apple Pay. Apple Pay uses something called tokenization. That sounds technical, but it is actually simple. When you add your card to Apple Pay, your real card number is not stored on your phone or Apple servers. Instead, Apple creates a unique digital code called a token. Every time you make a payment, that token is used instead of your actual card number. So imagine Alex, a college student, pays for coffee using Apple Pay. The cafe never sees his real card number. Even Apple does not store it in a usable way. If a hacker somehow intercepts the transaction, all they get is a useless token that cannot be reused. But here's the problem people overlook. Safety is not just about encryption. It is also about how the system behaves in real-world usage, like fraud protection and authentication. We will come back to that in a minute. Now let's talk about Samsung Pay. Samsung Pay also uses tokenization, similar to Apple Pay data. So in that sense, both are secure. But Samsung Pay has an extra feature that made it popular in its early days called MST, or Magnetic Secure Transmission. Now, here's where it gets interesting. MST allows Samsung Pay to work on older card machines that do not support tap-to-pay NFC technology. It basically mimics a card swipe using a magnetic signal from your phone. That sounds convenient, right? And it is. But it also means Samsung Pay interacts with more types of payment terminals, including older ones that may not have the latest security upgrades. So while both systems protect your card data, the environment they operate in can slightly change the risk profile. Now let's slow down and compare them directly in real-life situations. First, encryption and data protection. Apple Pay uses a device-specific number, plus a dynamic security code for each transaction. That means even if someone steals your transaction data, they cannot reuse it anywhere else. Everything is tied to your device's secure hardware called the Secure Enclave. Samsung Pay also uses tokenization and Samsung Knox Security, which is a strong security platform built into Samsung devices. Knox actively monitors your device for malware or tampering. If something looks suspicious, it can block access to sensitive data. So on paper, both are extremely secure. And honestly, both are far safer than swiping a physical card. But here's where most people fail to understand the difference. Security is not just encryption. It is also about an attack surface. Let me explain. Apple Pay works only on Apple devices and uses NFC-only payments. That means fewer moving parts, fewer compatibility layers, and fewer ways for something to go wrong. Samsung Pay works on Samsung devices but supports both NFC and MSITU. That means more compatibility, but also more complexity. Now, complexity does not mean unsafe, but it does mean a slightly larger system that needs to be protected. Let's move to the second big factor, which is biometric security. Apple Pay uses Face ID or Touch ID for every transaction. That means before any payment is made, your face or fingerprint must be verified. Without that, nothing happens. So even if someone steals your phone, they cannot pay unless they can physically unlock it biometrically. Samsung Pay also uses fingerprint authentication, iris scanning on some older models, and PIN backup. So again, strong security here as well. But there is a subtle difference. Apple's biometric system is deeply integrated into hardware-level security. Samsung's system is strong, but depends on model and configuration, which can vary slightly between devices. Now let's talk about fraud protection, because this is where real users actually feel the difference. Imagine Jake loses his phone in a taxi. What happens next? With Apple Pay, the thief still needs Face ID or passcode. Plus, Apple's Find My system allows the user to instantly suspend Apple Pay remotely. So even before panic sets in, transactions can be frozen. With Samsung Pay, similar remote lock features exist through Samsung's Find My mobile service. You can also lock or erase your device remotely. So again, both are strong. But here's the key insight. Apple's ecosystem is more tightly controlled, which means faster unified response. Samsung operates across a wider range of devices and regions, which can slightly vary response timing depending on setup. Now let's move to real-world acceptance and risk. Apple Pay is widely accepted in countries like the US, UK, Canada, and many parts of Europe. It relies on NFC terminals, which are now standard in most modern stores. Samsung Pay has an advantage in older systems because of MST, especially in places where Tap to Pay is not fully adopted yet. That gives it wider compatibility in some scenarios. But here's the hidden safety angle most people ignore. When a system works on older terminals, there is a slightly higher chance of interacting with outdated hardware that may not have the latest security updates. That does not mean Samsung Pay is unsafe, but it does mean its operating environment is broader. Now, let's talk about online and in-app payments. Apple Pay is deeply integrated into apps and websites. You can pay with Face ID in seconds without entering card details. This reduces the risk of typing your card number into multiple websites. Samsung Pay also supports online payments, but Apple Pay has slightly wider adoption in apps and digital ecosystems. Now let's address the biggest question directly. Which one is actually safer? If we break it down purely on security architecture, both Apple Pay and Samsung Pay are extremely secure and far safer than using physical cards or even typing card details online. But if we look at consistency, control, and ecosystem security, Apple Pay has a slight edge because of its tightly controlled hardware and software integration. Samsung Pay is very secure, but offers more flexibility, which introduces slightly more variability across devices and payment methods. Now, here's an important real-world takeaway. For most users, the biggest security risk is not Apple Pay or Samsung Pay. It is weak device security, like simple pins, unlocked phones, or phishing attacks. If your phone is not secure, no payment system can fully protect you. So whether you choose Apple Pay or Samsung Pay, your safety depends heavily on three things. First, strong biometric authentication. Second, keeping your phone updated. Third, never sharing apps or login codes. Let's quickly compare in simple terms. Apple Pay is like a highly controlled vault, with strict access rules, and a closed system. Samsung Pay is like a highly advanced vault, that also fits into more types of doors and environments. Both are secure, but they are designed with slightly different priorities. Apple focuses on consistency and tight integration. Samsung focuses on flexibility and compatibility. So which one should you choose? If you are already in the Apple ecosystem, Apple Pay is the most seamless and slightly more uniform in security implementation. If you are using Samsung devices and need broader payment compatibility, Samsung Pay is still extremely safe and very practical. Now, let's wrap this up clearly. Both Apple Pay and Samsung Pay protect your card details using tokenization, both use biometric authentication, and both are significantly safer than traditional cards. The real difference is not safety versus danger. It is controlled consistency versus flexible compatibility. And here's the final takeaway. Your safety does not depend on choosing the perfect wallet. It depends on how well you secure your device and how carefully you handle your digital identity. If you got value from this breakdown, make sure to like the video, drop a comment with which payment system you currently use, and subscribe for more simple breakdowns of tech.